Hey guys, welcome to Talk with Julie. Today I'm answering a question that I received in an email recently. And that question is, well, here's how it started out. Dear Julie, I love your posts and your videos, and I am very inspired to want to go be healthy. The problem is, I don't like to exercise. Wait a minute, let me say that differently. I loathe exercising. I find every excuse not to exercise. In fact, just yesterday I cleaned my house 2 times just so I didn't have to go to the gym. Can you help me to find a love for exercise? And that was signed by Jennifer. Well, Jennifer, I think that you have a very common feeling about exercise. A lot of people, it's just not their favorite thing. I love exercise because it gave me a second chance at life. I have a heart problem, and the doctors gave me a very short life expectancy, and because of the fact that I was able to adopt healthy habits into my life, the doctors have attributed those things as to part of the reason why I've been able to outlive my life expectancy. So for me, exercise is something that is a part of my life. But for others, it just may not be something that you really enjoy. And so I've got a couple of ideas as to ways that you can either find new ways to enjoy it or maybe just a different way to think about it. So first of all, I want you to know that cleaning your house 2 times, while it may be a bit excessive, that actually was exercise, because when you're moving anything more than what you typically do in your day, you're adding extra activity, extra work, extra load on those muscles, extra resistance, extra movement, and extra work for that heart. And so anytime you're doing any extra activity, that is exercise. Now there's different levels of intensity to it, and certainly we want to vary those in order to get the benefits of all sorts of different energy systems. But in general, I do want you to know you're already exercising if you're, double up on your cleaning or you're finding things to stay active. So I encourage you to not think about exercise as just having to go to the gym and to crank out a 5-mile run or, some lifting with some weights. Exercise is about movement and using your heart and using your muscles to be active. So I encourage you to find something that you enjoy. If you like to walk, then make your favorite playlist with some music and put that on as you take a 30-minute walk each day. If you don't think you have time for a 30-minute walk, it can be done in bouts of 10 throughout the day. Maybe 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, and 10 minutes after work or school or whatever it is that you do. 10 minutes in the evening. So by doing that, you're going to be able to get more activity into your lifestyle and do something that's good for you and something that you enjoy. Some other ideas that have worked for some of my clients include going to the mall. Some of my clients are huge shopaholic fans. So what I encourage them to do is walk the mall, whether it's 5 times, 7 times, or whatever it is, depending upon the size of the mall, and just window shop, walking at a pretty vigorous pace, that many times before they have permission to go into any of the stores. That way they have a goal that they're working towards, and they're staying active, and they're just doing something they love. And another idea is gardening. Gardening can be very active, and it requires a lot of core work in order to do that, so abdominal work. So you have to find some things that you love, and don't discount some of the everyday activities such as gardening or walking and things like that. As long as you add on to what you're currently doing and do it in a way that is fun and enjoyable and inspiring, then that can be one thing that you can do. The second piece of advice I have is to give yourself a goal. Sometimes when we go to the gym or we're doing a workout, we just don't have any inspiration behind it because it just kind of feels ambiguous. We go, we get it done, we come back, and we don't know if we're any better or worse for our work. And so I encourage you to have a goal that you're working towards because that helps you to stay committed. For example, train for a 5K. A 5K is a 3.23-mile run or walk or jog, and what that allows you to do is build up a training program over time where you start small and then add something on each day. What that allows you to do is feel rewarded because you are working towards something that's a big accomplishment. If a 5K is, something that sounds good, maybe you even start with a 1-mile walk, but do something that allows you to have a goal that you're working towards. And another big benefit of a 5K is a lot of them are focused on philanthropic, or giving back to some sort of charity or organization. So it's kind of a double win because you're doing something good for you and you're learning to train your body to be consistent and disciplined in a form of activity and movement, but you're also giving back to some charity that you're really passionate about. So that can be a great way to win-win, feel good, and do good. A couple other things you could do in terms of setting a goal is keep a journal, keep a log as to what you're doing, and then allow yourself to see progress, and maybe give yourself even a rating as to your energy levels according to the workouts that you do, so you can kind of track how you see your energy system is being used and how that's tapping into how you feel every day. So you can also get a pedometer. This could be one of the simplest things I encourage all of my clients to do. If you don't want to, set up some big, elaborate workout plan, start by just simply wearing a pedometer. You don't have to spend a lot of money on it. If you're into gadgets and gadgets and uploading things and tracking progress and so forth, then, feel free to get a little bit more of an expensive model. But just for this purpose alone, just to kind of see what you're doing, get a smaller, less expensive, just, decent pedometer. You can write me and I can give you some suggestions as to where to go to get one and what brands I think are good. But and then wear it each day and see how close you are to getting 10,000 steps a day. 10,000 steps equates into 5 miles. And that's truly a goal for just healthy living in general, is getting 5 miles a day. So if you get 10,000 steps in, that's a great, checkpoint with yourself. But if you're not, a couple things I'll do for you is it will encourage you to put more activity in your life, whether it's walking, going to the gym, or, gardening, or doing something else that allows you to stay active. Or, some days I'm really good about getting 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 steps, and other days if I've been working from home all day and I look at my pedometer and it says, 5,000 steps come 8 o'clock at night, I know I got to get out there, take my dog for an extra log walk, or, do something that's going to allow me to, it just is a checkpoint for me to remind myself as to how, my habits were that day. So it's also kind of just a good reminder. The next ideas I have are for you to make it easy. Studies will tell us that when it's simple, we will do it. If it's challenging or hard and complex or feels like it's overwhelming, and we don't want to do it, and that's, kind of no-brainer. So make it easy. Like I suggested, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, 10 minutes after work, wearing a pedometer, just adding some extra walks, making a playlist, putting it together, and just, walk, jog, do something that you enjoy, but just make it easy. And that kind of relates to my fourth and final piece of advice, and that is have an accountability partner. It is way more fun when we do things together, and especially if it's a spouse, significant other, or friend that you want to meet every morning and take your walk, or whether it's after work, you get together before you leave to go home and just do your, exercise or your interval trainings or your, resistance trainings or whatever it is that you've put together that makes sense for you. I know that there are so many people that I work with that they have a lunchtime workout group where their office, party will come into a conference room and they'll put on a DVD and just do a 30-minute workout at lunch. But they keep each other accountable. I know others who get up in the morning, they will pick each other up on their way to the gym so that they can keep each other accountable as well. Studies also tell us that if you have an accountability partner, you are way more likely to be successful in what you do. And it just makes it more fun, and it kind of allows you, the times that it's tough or you don't feel like getting out of bed or you don't feel like doing it today, that can kind of be broken down when you're with your accountability partner, working out with them, walking with them, talking with them, doing things with them, because you talk about it and you get over it and you move on. You say, okay, I'm really glad I'm here. I'm really glad I'm doing this. Because at the end of the day, the reason we exercise is to take care of us from the inside out. When you are healthy on the inside, you can be healthy and take care of everybody else and everything else on the outside. So just remember, the purpose of exercise, it is not to be this painful, challenging, horrible thing that we just have to do, but it is because it is meant to deliver energy, deliver oxygen to the muscles, increase your body's ability to do more work with less effort, feel better, be able to do more everyday functional movements like even reach for the top shelf in a cabinet, or even carry your child or your dog around, or whatever it is that you are required to do. This can make your body stronger, more resilient, more flexible, and have just more endurance in your everyday life so that you can do more things and have more fun. So I hope that helps, and just start with one little thing. Take some of the advice I gave and just pick one thing and begin with it for 1 week. And then check in on it, and then try again for the next week. My goal is for you to try to focus on this for the next 4 weeks, and then stop and take an evaluation of how it's going, and see if there's new things you can add in or change up. So there you go. I hope you will find the love of exercise just the way I have, but remember, it gave me my life back, so what can it do for you? Until next time, make it a great day.